Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Tim Swain. And listen, it looks good. It smells good. It tastes good. And today, I am sitting down with a high end, authentically Ghanaian, female owned luxury chocolate brand right here in Ghana. So, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man, Tim Swain, and I am so excited. I'm here with Mariah Green Street.
Yes, Mariah Green Street. You got it right, Tim.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking some time to allow us into Mansa Gold. And for folks that have never seen you and you're introducing yourself for the first time, let us know what your role here is in the organization.
So I manage the day-to-day of the factory work, chocolate making, producing chocolate, and then the sales and management and marketing. So all sides of the business I manage, yeah.
Well, again, I'm so excited. I know that when we first talked, I can tell that through the phone, you were leaping up and down, excited about this interview as well.
Yes, yes.
And so I heard the elation through your voice over the phone. And so I'm glad we got a chance to sit down here. We have some amazing samples. We have this beautiful setup. But before we get to that, we're just going to back up a little bit. So can you give us a brief introduction of Mansa Gold?
So Mansa Gold is a bean to bar fine chocolatiers. We produce chocolates, but fine chocolates. So high level, high quality melt to mouth chocolates in bar chocolate form. And then also these little bonbons and truffles, as you see here, for gift boxes. And then we sell to different outlets. We also sell from our shop here. And so you can get them across Ghana. Yeah, just great tasting chocolate, really.
So what's the difference? I mean, you mentioned high-end chocolate. And what's the difference between high-end chocolate versus something that may not be high-end for folks who are not as well-versed in, let's say, the chocolate world?
I mean, there's many different things that you can pinpoint as what's the difference. The main thing, obviously, that we're focusing on is the taste, right? Maybe you'll taste other chocolate and what you find is that it's a bit brittle or it's a bit powdery or it doesn't glisten well, it doesn't taste very smooth as well when it melts in your mouth. And that's really what we're trying to reinvent here, especially with Ghanaian chocolate. We want a really smooth, yummy tasting, nice and shiny, not too brittle, snaps in your mouth is perfect. That kind of chocolate is what you call high quality chocolate.
Well,
in taste, yeah.
In taste.
In taste.
Well, I can definitely tell you know a lot about chocolate from your description, the process. Something that you mentioned earlier was the concept of bean to bar.
Yes.
Now, what exactly does that mean?
So what it means it is really at Mansa Gold, we're doing a lot more than maybe what other chocolate producing companies will do. Whether that's big corporations like Cadbury's, like Lindt, or even local corporations like Golden Tree and Niche. They'll start halfway through the chocolate making process, whereas we start right from the cocoa bean. Directly from the farmers is where we get our bean, and then we process that bean into cocoa mass, and then we can make chocolate from that mass. Whereas a lot of other corporations will start halfway through. So we're just doing so much more over here by buying directly from farmers. You know, we know where our source is coming from, and we can, you know, pinpoint and affect the taste of the chocolate and really make sure things are as great as possible, yeah.
So then, Mariah, why was that so important to be the full scale from bean to bar as opposed to jumping in mid-operation, as you mentioned some other organizations do?
I mean, just to elaborate, it's about fine-tuning your processes, right? It's about producing a product that is a bit more than just, let's just put chocolate together, right? We want to know where we're getting our cocoa from. We want to know how the cocoa is going to affect the taste of our milk chocolate or our dark chocolate. We want to highlight those different flavor profiles of the beans that we get it from different farms. So that's the main reason. It just helps you fine-tune the taste of your chocolate to make it even better than what you could get it if you were not doing that full lengthy process. Yeah.
Well, I definitely look forward to tasting some yummy samples that are here.
Yes.
I've tasted some before, but not. I don't remember which one. So I'm looking forward to having a very great and amazing surprise. But before we go, that I've been curious when I first saw your product in the stores. One of the first things that jumped out to me was the name.
Yes.
What's the meaning behind the name Mansa Gold?
Mansa Gold. Well, several meanings behind it. There's a lot behind the brand. I can go on for hours and hours. But Mansa Gold, specifically gold, because cocoa is so important to Ghana as a nation. I'm sure you know that it's like our second highest export. So it really is almost gold to us as a nation, because without it, we would really not be able to have a quote unquote as good economy as we do right now, right? So that's the first thing. Mansa is sort of relating to Mansa Musa. I'm sure you know who Mansa Musa is. Yeah. So we're all just about highlighting the beauty, the wealth of Africa, but particularly Ghana. But highlighting the richness of Africa in that we can produce such rich resources from our country. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Now, does that you said that you can go on for hours talking about the history and the origin and the story of Mansa?
Yeah.
Now, some of what you just mentioned, tell me how did that tie into that history of Mansa Gold, and why a chocolate business as opposed to something else? What was the origins of that particular idea to have this business here in Ghana?
I mean, just thinking about that in itself, right? Highlighting the richness of our country, of our nation, right? If you look at a lot of the chocolate that we have produced as a nation in the past, yes, we're producing chocolate. Yes, it's Ghana chocolate, but there was so much more that we could do with this product, right? That we're not doing. We're not reaping half of the billions and billions that these Western nations get from their chocolates that they make. They take our cocoa and then they produce it over there. And that business is how many more times more valuable than even the cocoa that we export. So we just wanted to think about, okay, we need to sit down as a nation, and it's great to have a product and push a certain aspect of the industry that we can get a lot of money from, and then create a product from that, right? So we can push that forward. So I think that's the main thing behind what the CEO was thinking. She just wants a great chocolate brand out there that can really push this industry forward. Yeah.
And how long has the brand been available here in Ghana?
So we're getting to 2 years now. Yeah, we're getting to 2 years. Oh, is that only for us? It feels like quite some time.
Because for some reason, I feel like I've seen the brand so much that it's been around for a while.
Oh, really?
And I think maybe that's just a testament to how well you guys have, at least in my opinion, right? How well you guys have penetrated the market and made your product accessible and available, or maybe just the places that I shop in.
Maybe we're targeting the right kind of people. Yeah, because you ask some people and they won't know about our chocolates, you see. So it is a certain, market that we are targeting, because unfortunately our chocolates they're not expensive, but they're not as cheap as Golden Tree. So
maybe I'm the one that's in that.
Yeah, you're looking for the chocolate. I love it.
And I found it. One of the things I've been interested in knowing more about is like the diversity of flavors that you guys have.
Yes.
And from my last taste test at the food fair, right, I bit into some and I was just like, wow, this is really, really good.
It's good tasting chocolate.
So now I'm looking forward to you maybe describing some of the ones we have here.
Yes.
Allow me to taste.
Of course. This is the most important part for us, obviously, sales. So technically, right, let's start from the basics. We have 5 different standard chocolate bars. I told you the mosquitoes are bad over here.
They want some chocolate.
They want some other kind of chocolate indeed. So we have the 5 standard ones that you can buy in the different supermarkets, some cafes around Accra, and in Kumasi as well. So with those, we have the milk chocolate, the dark milk chocolate, the white chocolate, the dark chocolate, and the coconut milk chocolate, right? Soon we're going to have some nut bars coming out as well. Hopefully next year we'll have those on the shelf. So look out for those. And then from that, we also do like little cute bonbons and truffles. Those are more special. They have fillings, they have toppings. And then we put those in our gift boxes and sell them over here in our shop. So those are perfect for like presents or little gifts that also showcase great products in Ghana. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm looking forward to tour the facility, but before that, I'm looking forward to tasting some of these.
Definitely.
The mosquitoes are ready to.
Yeah, they're killing us. They're killing
They're
us.
really killing us out here. But
So what do you feel like trying?
let me start with this one right here. I don't know what this is.
Why did that one catch your attention?
Because the shape was different.
Interesting.
That's all. And it looks like this.
You're not allergic to nuts, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, feel free.
Today if I am.
Oh God, here we go.
Fall out, no swelling. Hopefully there's a
Please, I beg you.
All right. So what flavor is this I'm about to try?
So this is actually one of my favorites. I'm not just saying that, but it is. We love the mampong over here. It's a dark milk chocolate. So for us, it's the perfect blend of a milky chocolate with a little bit more cocoa. And then you have a whole hazelnut in that as well. Yeah,
It's really good. My
yeah.
favorite is dark chocolate.
Your favorite is dark chocolate? Really? See, I'm not a dark chocolate fan, I need to have a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of
This is really good. The
milkiness.
hazelnut
The hazelnut,
and the mixture.
the mixture, then the crunches in your mouth as well.
Like you can articulate what my taste buds are experiencing right now. So this is
Got
really good.
you.
What about the dark chocolate? I want to taste some dark chocolate.
Yes, okay, so the dark chocolate is here. So we have some squares, and then we have a piece with cranberry, but I don't know, it's up to you if you don't like
What about the
fruit.
cranberry life?
Neither am I,
Not inside of chocolate.
but in life,
I don't like that.
generally.
Not in cranberry. Maybe dry cranberries.
That's what it is, it's dry cranberries.
Okay.
But on its own, what do you mean? Okay.
So this is dark chocolate.
Yeah, that's dark chocolate, yeah. So 71% dark chocolate.
Now, how do you pronounce the word? Is it cacao or cacao?
I mean, it depends where you're from, I think. Over here, we say cocoa. Or?
Like the one is like when it's like the one is like mentioning like it's like you have a chocolate bar and it's like 71% or 70% cacao.
Cocoa.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
71% cocoa over here. England to cocoa. But I think Americans say cacao. Yeah, as usual, Americans like doing different, changing it up
On their own whole thing.
for no reason whatsoever. I don't know who sent those people
It's
every
true.
day changing names.
So let me taste this now, the dark chocolate.
Yes, tasted. Yeah, dark chocolate fan. So we actually have a 80% as well that we've been trialing. If you're into super dark chocolate,
This is really good.
yeah,
I really like it.
yeah.
I'm afraid that I'm on camera, so I don't want to be greedy.
You don't want to be greedy. Oh, be greedy for the
That's what I
camera.
would do. I would just be like eating all of them.
You know, a little bit
I'm
of.
gonna try at least another white chocolate one.
Yes, sure. Sorry, the
Guys,
flies are messing us up.
That's all right. Let them have some fun. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So listen, guys, this is really delicious. And again, like the description, the website and everything is right there in the description below, so you can check it out. You can see where they have the supplies and everything like that, as well as what all the contact information is right there below the title in that description. Keep going down, right there. Boom. That's where the information is. All right.
Boom.
So I've tasted the one with the hazelnut. I've tasted the dark chocolate.
Yes. White chocolate?
So let's go to this Obrini chocolate.
Yeah, aubergine chocolate. It really is fake chocolate, though. That's what we call white chocolate, because there's no cocoa inside this bad boy.
Really?
Milk and sugar, that's what it is.
So,
But you have cocoa butter inside.
but there's no real.
There's no real, like, the meat of the cocoa bean, you don't have in there.
Really?
No. Yeah, just like the oil of it.
That's really interesting.
Mhm.
So then, why then is it still called chocolate if there's no?
Well,
Because it's easier to say that than.
yeah, I guess it's still a derivative of cocoa, right? Like with the cocoa butter, but honestly, it's fake.
Which one should I try? I'll let you choose. So, which one to
Ooh, we've had nuts. So I'll give you a choice between like a berry or a berry like
try? I'll try.
filling or a coffee. Do you like coffee?
I don't really like. I'll
you like
try it
rum?
today.
Yeah, take that
So
one.
this one.
Yeah.
This is cream chocolate.
Yeah, rum chocolate ganache inside. So really you're having sort of like half white chocolate because inside there's
Good.
yeah.
All of these products are really good.
Yeah. I'm glad you like them.
And you said this one has like some.
Let's see.
You said what's inside of this one?
It's a rum chocolate ganache. So technically it's like this chocolate inside.
Mosquitoes. Do you want some of this too?
I knew it. I'm sorry. I told you it was gonna happen.
Now, before we take a tour of the facility,
Yes.
you guys have been here for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
What have been some of the challenges for really trying to establish a high-end chocolate brand in Ghana?
I mean, loads of challenges, but maybe a few stand out, mainly in that we have all these local chocolates, right, which are at a lower price point. So convincing people to invest in Ghana chocolate, because in people's mindset, Ghana chocolate isn't, the nicest, right? So convincing people to try Ghana chocolate and enjoy it just as much as when they pick up the Kit Kats or the Cadbury's or the Lints on the shelf, as opposed to that I think is quite a big challenge. Yeah.
So you've mentioned it a couple times, and let's say, for example, I'm out and I'm at where I've seen this bar at, right? Max Mart.
Yeah, Max Mart, yeah.
And I'm ready to anticipate price. Let's say this bar.
Yeah, your fave, yeah. Dark chocolate.
Ideally, what's the price point for something like this?
If you're at Max Mart, a bit more, maybe around 30 CDs.
30 CDs.
On average. I don't know. And Max Mart's probably a bit more, but on average on the market, you have like 30, 35 CDs, let's say. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I remember seeing your brand for the first time in stores. And I remember seeing it, and I looked for the price. And I said, hey.
Sheesh. Ghana chocolate? Is this Ghana chocolate that you think, hey?
That's exactly what I thought.
Golden Tree is here for, I don't know how much Golden Tree is now. Back in the day, it was probably like, 10 CDs or something like that.
Let me tell you what happened, right? So this is the power of being out with the people, doing fairs and all of that. When I saw you guys at the food festival and I tasted some, I said, wow, this is really good.
Good, and it's worth it.
Yes, and the next time I went back to the store,
then you bought it.
I remember that experience of how it tasted. And I paid whatever price.
It's important. It's very important.
It was really good. It's really good. And I took some home to my son who just enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
So we shared a little bit about, the amazing story of Mansa Gold.
Yes.
Tasted some. And
some chocolate.
I want folks to see how, at least a glimpse into the process of how chocolate is made. So
definitely.
Can we do that now?
Of course we can. Let's go.
All right. Fantastic.
Let's do it.
Mariah Green Street.
Tim Swain.
We are about to take a look into the life of a chocolate organization.
Yes, life of a chocolatier.
I was gonna say chocolatier, but I just couldn't. I didn't.
You didn't know it was right. Don't worry. Yeah, right. You were right. Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
I got my Mansa Gold custom made Yeezys on.
Exactly.
So, Mariah, this is my first time actually inside of a chocolate factory.
It's not something you find every day.
No, I've never seen it, but like this is really been like the dream of mine to actually see how chocolate is made. No, I'm being serious.
There's your lucky day, isn't it?
It is. So, explain to us what's the process, right? You said bean to bar. So, just walk.
I'll take you through the whole process. We have to start in the other room.
Great.
But just say hi to our lovely workers over there. Yeah. So, bean to bar, what do we mean by that, right? So we start we call this the dry side of the factory, then the wet side of the factory, yeah. And so bean to bar directly means that we process the cocoa beans over here first. So I'm gonna get you some cocoa beans to have a look at.
This looks like a time machine.
It looks like a time machine.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's not.
Can you imagine if we had a time machine?
I guess helping bean to bar.
So over here we have some lovely cocoa beans.
Wow. So this is so for folks who've never seen cocoa beans, I mean, I know a lot of folks are watching from all over the world. And only thing they know about chocolate is they go to the store, they pick it off the shelf and they eat it, but they've never actually seen what a cocoa bean looks like. They've never been inside of this process. So, this actually looks like maybe like some kind of an almond or dried nut seed or something.
Yes, it does. We've had that before actually. It does look kind of like an almond.
Yeah. So what does this actually taste like for people who don't know?
I wish I had. No. This one's a raw. You shouldn't have these. Have this instead over here. So This is what the cocoa tastes like when it's been roasted. So you see it's most crunchy.
Right.
If you had broken this, it would have been like very chewy.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Alright.
God. You like dark chocolate though? That's 100%.
Just 100%.
100%.
Definitely 100%.
Don't choke.
Wow. Okay, so can I set this down?
Yes, you can. I should have put the AC over here. It's kind of hot. But yeah, this is where it all starts. So we get the beans directly from the farmers. They themselves have gone through a crazy process to get the beans to us, because when you plant a cocoa seed, it takes 5 years for a tree to produce any cocoa pods to be used. So after the 5 years, they finally get their first harvest. They cut the pods of the tree, they open them up, they get these little seeds. But when you see them, they're a lot more juicy. So they line them out, they ferment them, they dry them, and then they put them in sacks, and then we buy from them, and they bring them here to us. Yeah, get those. And then this little machine that looks like a time machine is our first stage in the factory. And we put the beans in here, and it just roasts them, really. Wow. So it's like putting it in a big oven for about 20 minutes. And then that's how you get the cocoa beans to be a bit crunchy, like what you just tasted over here. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the first step. And then we put the they shoot out over here, and then we put the roasted beans in this machine. It's called the winnower. And what it does is this bean roasts, the outer shell becomes really like dry. Yeah. So it's called the husk. And what you want to do is remove that, because we don't use that in chocolate production. So some people like it for teas, but for chocolate, it's not necessary. Yeah. So some people do it by hand. In some certain factories, you'll see that they make their workers individually take the husk off each bean by hand. Whereas in this company over here, we sort of have invested in a few machineries that can make our lives a bit easier. Yeah. So they take it off, and then you get your little nibs that you just tried over here.
I've tried some interesting food.
Basically
today.
Empty.
I've actually tried fish food today.
Some fish food? Really?
Yeah, I did. Tilapia food today.
Oh, you like it?
It was okay.
It was okay. Okay, it's not good. So after this, we put it in this machine and it just grinds it down, and we get the cocoa paste. And then that's the cocoa paste that we take to the wet side of the factory and actually make the chocolate and mix everything to get the chocolate. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm looking.
So this is bean to bar. This is where we start bean. So a lot of companies will just avoid all of this and then buy the paste directly and start over there. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the west side of the company.
The west side of the factory. Let's get it.
Now, so you've been here for a while, and sometimes when you are working in an organization, let's say like.
Do you want to see the cocoa mass? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Let's see this. So, if you've been working in an organization for a while, sometimes you get tired of the product. So, do you find yourselves getting tired of chocolate?
Yes and no. I don't get tired of chocolate because I really like chocolate, but I would say I don't eat as much as you think you would working in a chocolate factory. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, how are you not fat? How do you not eat so much chocolate?" You just because it's around you, it's like you're not gonna just be eating it all the time. Do you know what I mean? So this is the rock hard cocoa mass. So when it comes out of that, it's usually more like a paste because it's been here for a bit. It's hardened. So when we're ready to make the chocolate, we just warm it up in the microwave and it becomes soft. Right now, you can knock somebody out.
Yeah, so if somebody breaks in, it's an offer to use as a weapon.
Yep.
That's good.
Exactly.
This is great. Listen, I know you folks are out there. You're learning so much about the process again. Always before Mansa will write in the description below. I tried the chocolate. Delicious, and you have to try something like this. You're seeing the backstage process of how it's made. So when you taste it, you can fully appreciate the entirety of the process, all of its deliciousness.
Yep. Just need to put that back. So Gina said that she wants to be interviewed today.
Okay, sure.
I'm joking, but
okay.
She wants to be interviewed. She can be. So once we have the cocoa mass that we've just got we come to the actual chocolate making side, right? We're actually going to make some chocolate now. And so we have two mixers, one big one and one smaller one. And then we put, depending on what chocolate we're making, if it's milk chocolate, we'll put the cocoa mass inside, use milk powder, not liquid milk because chocolate doesn't like water. You use icing sugar, just so it's really refined. Our chocolate is very smooth. And then we have cocoa butter as well, yeah.
Is this the same cocoa butter that you can put in those cakes?
It actually is. I guess you can use interchangeable, yeah. Yeah. So it goes in the mixer for about maybe an hour or so. And then we pump it into the conch. So if you can have a look quickly, I know there's not much space because we're quite busy with orders. But if you look inside, Tim, you'll see
Wow.
dark
Yeah.
chocolate, your favorite.
My favorite is here.
Yeah, your favorite is here. So we have two conches. This one and this big one over here.
It's called a conch.
It's called a conch. Yeah, conch. So when people say chocolate is conching, it means that it's being turned continuously, 24/7. We conch for at least 2 days straight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, this is very interesting. Now, let me ask you do you guys do educational programs for like schools or anything like that?
We do not, but we do have chocolate experiences.
Okay, so like if someone wants to create a chocolate experience for an organization or how do you guys do that?
We actually do on request. Yeah, we've done a couple of corporate chocolate experiences in the past where maybe teams from a company want to come do something different for a team building exercise. Yeah.
Come and taste chocolate.
It's a bit fun because people just want to,
Yeah.
eat the chocolate and
Now,
have
now
fun.
what about if someone wants to like have Mansa provide chocolate for a wedding or something like that, with like specialized packaging and things like that?
Yeah. So we do wedding packages, but we don't white label. So what we do is can customize, right?
Okay.
So as long as we have our logo on it, then we can customize and have like a wedding card as well, whatever the wedding couple wants. But we don't completely wrap the whole gift.
I get you.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, there will always be some elements of our branding on there as well. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, so now the chocolate is conching. Is that how you said it?
Yes, conching, yeah. You said it right.
And then so after the conching, what happens?
After the conching, we're ready to set the chocolate. So all of these machines sort of have pumps to make it easy to transfer from one to another. So we pump it in this machine. It's called a tempera.
Okay.
And then we set the chocolate as a specific temperature. That's the difference between this one and this one. And when we do that, then they come, they get whatever tray that they're going to use to set, so whether it's the small bonbons that we have or the bar chocolate. And then they bring the tray, they pass it over, they smooth it in with the scraper, and then they pop it in the fridge.
So here's an honest question. I want you to be honest with people watching.
Of course.
How many times have you ducked your head on this?
Tim, how can you ask me this question? 0 times. Sorry to disappoint the viewers. But we've had chocolate explosions before. I don't know if that's any as interesting as that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're quite civilized over here. We just put a cup under and then drink the cup.
No, but so it goes from here, and then now whatever mold is happening.
Mhm.
Now, what about how do you infuse the different
Flavors, yeah. So in the machines, we always just do the standard flavors, the standard 5 flavors that we discussed out there.
Yeah.
But when we want to add the extra things for the bonbons, usually there's 2 ways of doing it. They either put the toppings in the tray beforehand and then pass the chocolate over, or the more complex way, which is what a truffle is that they'll pass the mold under the chocolate. So they sort of coat the tray in chocolate, right? And then they pipe the filling in, and then they put another layer of chocolate over. So it's more handmade, laborious process, hence why the gift boxes are more expensive than
And that's
chocolate
that's
bars.
everything that goes into a high-end bean to bar.
Chocolates, yeah, yes. Fine chocolates, yeah. Yeah.
And I can see everybody's working hard here on the process to deliver these amazing products.
Yeah.
Now, Mariah Green Sheen, what is the best part about being a chocolatier?
Well, earlier I said I didn't eat that much chocolate, but I guess that's the best part. You can always just go and pick one chocolate from the fridge if you're having a bad day, that's about it. Yeah.
That's a nice answer.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. I don't know if you want to ask them what's the best part of it.
Sure. Oh no, we'll let them. Everybody's working hard. So
Everybody's working hard.
yes, we'll let them work hard. Well, Mariah, listen, I am so grateful that you have invited us into this process. It's been very enlightening and educating to see, the hard work that goes into a
It's hard, yeah.
high-end chocolate brand. And so, last question I have for you is, what inspiration or words of encouragement would you provide to someone, let's say, who wants to start a business in Ghana? Maybe not chocolate, maybe something else.
Anything.
What would be some words of encouragement for that person?
So I actually went to the CEO. I asked her what she thought is her advice, and she was saying that on her end, the most important thing is to know what you're doing. In that, you sort of just do the maths beforehand, right? You may have a great idea for a great product or a great business, but you need to know that it's going to work. So make sure you do your work, your maths, and know that whatever you're going to put forward, you sort of understand that, okay, even if there's this or that's going to happen, likely is it's still going to do well. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, my advice would be that to be expect anything in Ghana, especially, like there's a lot of uncertainty that comes with doing business in this country. So you just have to be ready to adapt to any environment. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being with me. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. I know you love this content. So as always, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Until next time, hey, go down there to the link below. Make sure you get some of this delicious chocolate. Till next time, peace.